Welcome to the 5th International Islamic Finance Conference, hosted by the National Commission on Muslim Filipinos.
We conducted the international conference today to establish the financial ecosystem framework for the Islamic banking and finance here in the Philippines, together with our foreign partners from the foreign Islamic capital market and the foreign Islamic banks in the ASEAN countries.
Happy 5th International Islamic Finance Conference.
The objective of this conference basically is to be able to, number one, to coordinate with the different stakeholders of the finance industry. Second, to be able to introduce in the mainstream society of what will be able to come up. No?
We can see a global shift when it comes to the power, the finance, the economics, and it's very crucial to discuss how we have solutions to the problem, to the real problems.
So it will be great actually to have this interaction and exchange with the stakeholders from around the world to make this journey known, and also to invite them to look into investing into the Philippines Islamic finance industry.
Networking is going to be very important, meeting with government members, meeting with multiple individuals that can create an ecosystem to allow us to grow.
Very significant for us as Muslim or community, as we have understood that Islamic finance is not only for the Muslims, but to the whole of humankind.
So what our aim is to standardize and harmonize the practices of Islamic finance around the globe.
It's very helpful to conduct these conferences, and it's a very good initiative, and also I appreciate the government support to the Muslim community, so it will be very good for the country as well.
So this is a major impact on global Islamic finance. We're proud to see Philippines embrace Islamic finance as a new entrant.
We always seen like a country in ASEAN where we have Malaysia, Indonesia and Brunei at the forefront of Islamic finance. But to our pleasant surprise, we also see Philippines as well as Thailand coming up very strongly. And this event kind of like a manifestation of that commitment, not only by the NCMF, but also by the government of Philippines.
And the Islamic conference of this sort, Islamic Finance Conference, would contribute to the regional growth towards ASEAN as a whole. And then, of course, as ASEAN grows, it will impact the greater global halal economy.
This is the expectation that we look forward to raise more awareness and answer the surface level questions before diving deep into the more technical queries by the community.
To gain knowledge and to be aware of the international setting of the Islamic international finance.
So I look forward to discussions on Islamic banking and finance, and definitely this can increase awareness and understanding of Islam.
So we want to see collaboration, we want to see strategic development, want to see movement on the ground.
It's good that it's moving forward. We have to leapfrog to achieve what our neighbors had achieved already.
The entire ecosystem of the halal industry is now being completed. So it's really very, very exciting.
Assalamu alaikum and mabuhay. We welcome you to the 5th International Islamic Finance Conference and witness the rich Shangri-La culture and tradition.
Islamic finance is best understood through the lens of the maqasid or Sharia, or the higher objectives of Islamic law. The Philippines has taken deliberate steps to integrate Islamic banking and finance into its national financial architecture. The establishment of Sharia governance frameworks supported by qualified Sharia advisory strengthens institutional accountability and complements existing regulatory oversight.
The Department of Finance has long championed the integration of Islamic finance into the Philippine financial system. We made history with the Philippines' first ever Sukuk bonds, a major step in growing Islamic banking and finance in the country. What's great about this is that Takaful opens the door to ethical cooperative insurance solutions that are available to all Filipinos.
The challenge is not the lack of solutions, but the lack of bridges that connect people to services and opportunities in ways that reflect their values. This is where Islamic finance plays a vital role. Today, doors are opening wider as choices expand. Opportunities are unlocked and Sharia-compliant investments become more accessible.
The 5th International Islamic Finance Conference is a clear and concrete manifestation that my office, the NCMF Bureau of Muslim Economic Affairs, is serious and resilient in advancing the economic affairs of the Muslims in the Philippines.
morning, ladies and gentlemen, and a very warm welcome to our esteemed guests and delegates.
Today marks the third and final day of the 5th International Islamic Finance Conference.
And it's now time to build an institutional architecture that meets ASEAN benchmarks.
We need to strengthen the ecosystem and also expand the ecosystem for Takaful to be sustainable.
What is Sharia governance actually? In simple words, we put it as corporate governance for Sharia.
We are addressing the low to nil awareness on Islamic banking
in order to reach a wider market.
Better coordination with international standards.
For the last 5 years, something different. The S-curve is really coming to the industry.
Form yourself a Philippines Takaful Alliance.
This will be a good example on sustainable waqf.
If you take that concept to the heart, you will have the right direction.
Islamic finance will now become the mainstream, and the need or the demand for the Islamic Sharia compliant on Islamic banking will now steadily rise. We will continue on raising awareness both in the finance and banking section and in consumers. The consumers, both practicing Islam or not, should be able to appreciate the essence of Sharia compliant.
We realize that the Philippine government should take initiatives, be proactive in addressing these problems, these issues, for us to be able to tap on the global halal economy vis-a-vis the Islamic finance, and hopefully we'll be able to come up with an inclusive economic development that will go down to the grassroots, to the Muslim Filipino communities, because that basically is our mandate.
This conference is very contributory to the national goals of the Philippines as aligned into the Philippine Development Plan in the next few years. It will form part in the economic agenda and economic aspirations of the national government.